Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new update of the crypto markets. And there's not much to discuss at this point, regardless of many fundamental things occurring. That's why this update will not be that long. I'll just go through the massive points that we should be discussing. The first one of that is to follow my Instagram page and subscribe to this channel, as that's benefiting the growth of this channel a lot. And next week I'll be going live for the first time on Instagram to answer some of your questions, which probably will not be on charts, as I can't share charts on Instagram, but more on my personal life. So follow me on Instagram, would be appreciated. Next, yesterday we've got some news on Wall Street launching a crypto index in 2021. That is mostly in line with what we've seen in the past weeks, is that many institutions and big guns have been saying or sharing that they will be investing in Bitcoin. And that's the first step into adoption of blockchain and cryptocurrencies in general. This is the second step, and actually just in line in which the acceptance and maturing of the markets is actually occurring. So this is bullish for the markets in general. It's opening the gateway to, or it's opening the gates to a big bunch of money to make this market finally the market that it deserves, which is a full maturing market or mature market. So this is bullish news. What to expect of it in the short term on the price action? I think there's not much to expect in difference given that news. You should be aware that the point what I'm saying is that currently everybody is focused on all these institutions jumping into the markets, and that's argumenting why the price will only go up from here. Second, there's also just astronomical numbers in which people expect it to go to in 2021. I'm one of the bulls as well, but I'm a little skeptical of reaching a 10x within 1 year. I'm expecting the markets to be going a little bit slower in this cycle. I will go through this in a live stream at some point, through which I'm not expecting the markets to go to 200k in the next year. I'm expecting that to be later in the phase. But those two things, which is the institutions and all the people saying astronomical numbers, is actually fueling the FOMO at this point, while you should be watching the markets in a realistic way. For instance, Willy Woo is saying that price can go to 250k next year. And if you actually analyze the chart, you can see that he's projecting the markets to top out in 2021. And if you expect the top to be in 2021, then it's going to be on the top of that chart, or that green line that he's got there, as the only points that we've been there, which is in 2017 and 2014, the top of those cycles was at that green line. I'm not expecting that to happen. I do expect the Bitcoin market to run to 300k around that area in the next years, but I think it will be a little bit more slower and gradual until we start to accelerate again, as every cycle is taking more time than the previous cycle, and the effect of the halving will only decrease with every halving that's going to occur from here. So that's just my point of view on the markets in the long run. In the short run, you should be aware that those institutionals have two different aspects. So first, they said that they are in crypto and they are buying Bitcoin, or they are accepting Bitcoin in their portfolio, which is bullish. But they could have already been buying Bitcoin in this zone here. So if they want to be in the Bitcoin markets, why would they push the price up if they are able to move the markets with the money that they have in order to accumulate more? So whether you are a bull or a bear, short term, there's arguments for either of those two scenarios. And making a strategy based on those arguments is pretty difficult to do. So that's why you're looking at the PA in general, through which we can still deploy the levels that we have been saying, which is we've got the weekly level, which is 19k. through which we are trying to break above. We've got the daily levels, which essentially is the same, and we are currently trying to reach this recent high again. But we are on a turning point, which means that if we reverse here, we finally get a lower high for the first time in this whole run-up. What do we see on the markets here in general? We see 16K holding as support, which means higher lows, higher highs. Trend is still up, which means that I'm not in favor of shorting at all. In general, price can overshoot in the trend until it starts to reverse. So if you are too early in your short position, you get screwed, basically. 4 hour time frame, and I'll just erase a little bit. We can see that we are still flipping levels that are essential to hold. For instance, the 18.5K zone used to be a critical level to hold in general in this phase, and that's why we got this breakdown. Bitcoin held the 60K level, which is a daily block that I've just described, and every major actually held there, which is bullish. We took this high out, as we can see here. The critical level to hold at 18.5 we held, which means that we got an establishment of a range, and we might be taking this high again. And then you still want to see when we get that lower high going before we want to see a reversal. So I'm still expecting, based on the higher time frames, to see a correction occur or a established or stable price movement for the coming months. When? From where? Can we go to 22K? We can. Do I know it for sure? No. And higher time frames take time. If we get towards the 1 hour, we can see that we are in the resistance range here. So I'll just go through this 1 hour chart. We see that this area is a critical area to hold. We did hold there. We've got this resistance area, which was previously a high. We rejected there a few times, built up pressure, broke out. Couldn't really get a breakout as the next resistance zone is here already. Support resistance flip. We actually reclaimed support here. And now we are trying to achieve what we want to achieve, is breaking this resistance zone. So most likely we are going to make a further run up, take the high, and then you want to see strength on the acceleration there to see whether this is a confirmed breakout. Buying the breakout here at these ranges, I'm not entirely in favor of it. I'm looking at scalp trades and scaling out spot positions on the larger time frame. If we do lose this 19.1 zone, I think we're going to make a severe drop towards 18.5, and then we start to reverse. What do we need to watch as well? Well, I've been discussing the DXY a lot, and that's the one that we have to watch. Clear breakdown of 92, downtrend. If this one starts to reverse at some point, which is might be likely actually at 90 points. I've not been using the TA too much. Might actually be from 88, more likely. If this starts to reverse or show a strong candle either today or Monday or Tuesday, this might be reversing, indicating that other assets are going to have a corrective move. And in that case, we might be seeing a correction on Bitcoin. So the two charts to watch at this point is Bitcoin in itself, whether we are going to break through all-time high and how strong that breakout will be, and whether we flip the resistance for support. And the second thing is watching this dollar currency index chart. So that's my update for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to this channel.